to waver, to move in a quivering way. That is what Bitcoin is doing right now. Extremely indecisive on the charts, leaving markets and market sentiment completely up in the air, all the while Cardano having a little trouble of its own with huge resistance on the short term charts. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. I appreciate you. Let's jump into it. This is Bitcoin on the daily chart. Really months of consolidation, months of back and forth, bullish, bearish. And it's just like we have this support structure right around 30 to 31. Everybody's indecisive. Nobody can make up their mind if they're bullish or bearish. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say nobody can make up their mind. Many people have made up their mind. I'm bullish. I myself maintain this opinion, and I could be wrong, that Bitcoin will revisit the 20-week moving average, currently up here in the $47,000 to $48,000 area. Now, the reason why that is just because even in a continued downtrend historically, going into that last bear market, Bitcoin actually revisited that 20-week moving average once, twice, three times, four times. It's a huge indicator, even on the way down. And here's a bull market top of 2013, right? All the way down, revisit to the 20-week moving average, and continue down. So I think something like that is going to happen. It's not something I can say is going to happen today or this week or next week, but I think that's getting ready to happen at the very least. And it's going to be a huge indicator for us if we break above that area for continuation of this bull market. So we'll continue tracking that, but I want to jump into the zoomed in charts right now. This is like truly the essence of the Bitcoin indecisiveness. Look at the choppiness. It's crazy, and it is wavering. Bitcoin is wavering. I mean, we're hovering just above the $30,000 to $31,000 support area. We've hit it just multiple times. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hovering above it right now, testing a really important area on the short-term charts. This is a Fibonacci higher low. From this swing low back here to swing high, Bitcoin right now testing this Fibonacci 618 around $32,600. The 786 down here to around 31,400. There's support there. There really is in the formation of this story, the ascending triangle, right? These higher lows that are in formation right now. This could be one happening right now. We have a breakout target to the upside above $40,000. We're talking $43,000, $44,000. So we have to be patient on the short-term charts. Every time we get any type of little dip, we can't just go bearish. We can't just say, "Oh man, this is it." We have to watch this structure. We have to allow the short-term consolidations to happen. But, all in all, Bitcoin has been indecisive. And not only that, it's just been kind of looking weak, right? We had this swing high back here to the swing low, Bitcoin getting that nice bounce, but failing at the Fibonacci resistance and kind of falling back into this area, right? This was kind of almost a breakout moment for Bitcoin, and it failed at a very common Fibonacci resistance, that 786 around 38,600 to the 618 exact resistance of 36,500. So we're consolidating. We have to continue tracking it. Notice to the downside, there's a breakout target. If we fall and if we break below this lower trend line, don't see, this fifth bounce of support here at around $31,000 to $30,000. If we don't get that bounce back into the triangle, guess what? There is potential for Bitcoin to make its way down to this $25,000 target. The targets are there. You have to be ready for them. In terms of accumulation that will be happening, it's happening here. You better believe on a larger scale it's going to be happening here. I don't know how long those $20,000 prices will be lasting, but it's something we'll track. We want to continue tracking these charts and being prepared for every single scenario. So interesting to me, though, is this weekly chart. So interesting is this harmony between that chart and this stablecoin supply ratio and what has happened in the past. So I'm really keeping an eye on this in terms of potential bottom for Bitcoin. And listen, even when we were consolidating down here, there was a lot of fear and indecisiveness, Bitcoin wavering then. And this was the bottom of the bear market. In terms of this potential for downside, which you must be prepared for, we take that bottom of the bear market to this swing high, all-time high, and we have this area down here, the 618 to 786. This is it. This is when the heavy accumulation historically occurs. This is how we identified the bottom of the last bear market. $27,000 down to around $16,000. Notice how the target on the short-term 6-hour chart falls into that channel. So this is why I say, there's going to probably be a lot of buyers down in that area, but we'll continue tracking it. Let's continue to see Bitcoin, what happens. We have a new daily candle in an hour and a half or so as I do this video. We could see some volatility potentially to the downside, maybe to the upside. So we'll track it. We'll see. This is what I'm watching on the charts. Moving over to Cardano. I did a video the other day. This is so key on the long-term charts for me because I've been just talking about it for months. This phase that Cardano's getting ready to go in, leading up to smart contracts, somewhere in the vicinity of this area, right around September. This goes to mid-September. But we know what happened going right here into the Mary hard fork. We know what happened right here, the Shelly hard fork, right? Cardano is seeing gains in price each time. And we particularly saw Cardano take off 63 days before the actual hard fork. And each of those scenarios, actually. Now, here we are around 63 days, give or take, from the Alonzo hard fork. There's no guarantee that this will continue this trend, right? But it's just really critical data that I'm just tracking mainly for fun. It's very speculative. So please just take it for what it is. Don't take it as any guarantee. But could you imagine if Cardano does this and continues to new all-time highs going into September, which is when smart contracts should be arriving to Cardano blockchain. So let's dig into what's going on here, though. And it really is illustrated on the 6-hour chart. This is it. The story of resistance. Not a good sign to see Cardano failing right here. And we're breaking down right now as I do this video, $1.33. And the reason why that's not good is this is a lower high resistance. And it's a continuation of this grueling story that we've been talking about since the all-time high back here. All-time high, and it's just been lower highs all the way through. So this lower high is this swing high here to that swing low, and we have this lower high Fibonacci resistance that we were really hoping Cardano would break. But look at the perfect resistance there. This happens time and time again. This is why we always wait for confirmation on these charts. Cardano did not give us the confirmation, the break above. And notice at the 786 line of this area, it's just so much other resistance going on. We have the 50-day moving average. This is a 6-hour chart, but the 50-day moving average currently right now, right around that $1.48 area. We have just that $1.50 area in general is just such a crucial area for Cardano because it's just an area that Cardano has just been tangling with on these charts for a while now, for months and months, ever since it really broke above $1, right? So zooming back in on the chart, we have this other area, the 20-week moving average, which Cardano, unfortunately, just broke back below right now, sitting at around $1.40, the 20-week moving average is. And then we have this 2018 high, all-time high, $1.33 area, Cardano testing it right now. So we're failing. Cardano is kind of failing at all of this resistance. It's not getting that break of separation above, which is what we want to see for bullish confirmation. It doesn't mean that Cardano can't do it, but if we zoom out on the chart to get some clarity on structure and what's going on right now, we have to be very careful because, yes, we are in an uptrend. You can just see it clearly. And just like Bitcoin, Cardano could just be putting in a higher low right now. So swing low to swing high. Cardano could be, and we have to watch how this 6-hour candle closes. This is very close. 786 line right around $1.33. Cardano could be putting in a higher low. We have this very, I would say, kind of clear looking ascending triangle, right? The higher lows. We have this $1.40 area, and Cardano just testing the apex right now, along with Bitcoin indecisiveness, Bitcoin wavering, Cardano wavering, and really, truly, markets are very unknown right now. So we could see a potential break to downside, a pullback to the apex of this pattern, but you have to be very prepared, everybody, that Cardano is potentially on its way down with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going to hit its $25,000 target that we just talked about on this chart, we're looking at a pretty steep move, right? So from where it is right now, we're looking at around a 20% move, give or take. Going to Cardano, if we're looking at this setup right now, 20% move to the downside. This is also our target area of the ascending triangle to the downside, the bearish scenario, potentially even more, wicking again below $1 with 25% volatility to the downside. You have to be prepared for these things, especially when we don't get that bullish confirmation that we've been tracking on these charts. Cardano, I mean, how long have we been talking about all of these confluent resistance areas in this general range? We needed the bullish confirmation, the breakthrough and above. Cardano didn't give it to us. We have to be very cautious right now. So these are my thoughts in terms of Cardano and Bitcoin. Let me know your thoughts. Wanted to just doing a little update for you. Appreciate all of you cruising by. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.